Hello, everyone. Oh, I'm so glad you are tuned into this podcast. My guest today is Shana, and she blew my mind. I loved working with her so much. I hope you love it as well. Her partner said, ask her to turn off the lights. And okay, that's all I'm going to say. What I want you to do is open your mind, open your heart, and let's do the work with Shana. Some things are just true. Part of something beautiful. What makes you so beautiful to me? What I am thinking and believing about you. Oh, what a way to live. It's all encompassing. And you don't have to know me. And you don't even have to know it. It's my world. It's my world. You are who I imagine you to be. So if I don't care about you, I need to look to this. Otherwise, I'm going to live a life of misunderstanding and miss the trip. Miss the trip, the joy of just experiencing this flawless, beautiful gift, the world. Just checking in with you today. I did my morning walk. I love that. I love that so much. Oh, those of you new to the work today, to this community, don't ever listen, don't listen to the woman right out of the gate. Okay, what are you gonna do with this heart that is exploding? And just, what are the words for that? I used to say, I love you. Oh, I love you. People look at me terrified and run. So I learned a lot. You taught me a lot. This world has taught me how to be here and still just not change what's going on inside me and just balance. Oh, I love you. Balance, balance, balance everything. How can you just love like that and not have the world run from you? Crazy. Run, Forrest. Okay, enough of this. So those of you new to the work, we identify what we're thinking and believing in any stressful situation, and we move those thoughts from our head to paper on a Judge Your Neighbor worksheet. It's always free on thework.com. You don't have to say who you are or sign up or anything. You just download it. And there are 3 worksheets there just to support you to find all the answers to your question inside. Shana, honey, you have one of those Judge Your Neighbor worksheets filled in?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Thank you for being here. I keep trying to walk myself home, but lately I feel like I need someone to help me.
Yeah, nice to have a friend and friends here that we can always just kind of say, "Oh, I need some help," and someone will hop in and or you could say, "Someone experienced in the work, would you hop in?" And so you get a facilitator that can really sit with you,
Yeah.
that has done the work themselves. Okay, so Shauna, number 1. Read what you wrote and what is the situation.
Yeah. So I feel scared and hurt from with my wife, because she doesn't accept me for who I am and she judges me. And I feel attacks me, or gets on my case for who I am and how I do things.
Yeah, so honey, what is the situation? Even though there are many, what is the situation that you wrote on, the time and place?
Oh man, I didn't because there's so many. But I mean, I can if I
When you were filling in the worksheet, what
Mhm.
situation did you have in mind? What situation did you have in mind that was really prevalent?
Yeah, I mean, I can. We've been moving. We've been doing a lot of things, so I can think of a lot of things. I mean, even when you said, "By the way, your hair looks beautiful," and
Oh,
if she had
that is
said that to
great
me,
to tell Stephen.
I love it. And if she had said something like that to me, I would have taken it as such a critical like judgment
Oh,
of who I am, and I
oh,
spiral. But I mean, sometimes I'll leave lights on, and she goes around turning them off and kind of making comments about it, or I forget to do things, and um, or just like how I do things. I have a little bit of ADHD, and so I kind of jump around, and she's very like regimented and kind of
yeah.
everything is in a control, kind of
So
controlled.
she doesn't accept you for who you are. Is it true? And you just described, turn off the lights, da dun da dun da dun da dun, all of this, just as you described. She doesn't accept you for who you are. Is it true? Those of you new to the work, this work is an exercise in stillness. It takes stillness. It's a contemplative exercise, meditative. It takes stillness and a very open mind that could crack you open. It's like, oh my gosh, could my partner be right? Oh my gosh. I mean, we just, for example, but it takes a lot of courage. She doesn't accept you for who you are, sweetie. Is it true? How long
Mm,
have you
I
been
want to
together?
I want to say yes, but I know it's not true.
Oh, so hopping out of denial into what you're aware of also. It's it's not true. I'm not guessing, I'm coming from your words. How long have you been together?
A year and a half about.
So she doesn't accept you for who you are. Notice how you react. What happens to you when you think that thought and life is going so well? And then she said you didn't turn off lights. And what happens to you when you think the thought, she doesn't accept me for who I am?
I get so anxious and I get like very reactive and I hyper vigilant. I'm like, I need to turn the lights off. I'm not doing this right. And I kind of sometimes get defensive back to her and then I kind of snap at her too.
Yeah, so you attack,
Mhm.
you feel hurt, uncared about,
Yep. Mhm.
self-conscious, low self-esteem, and just be there. She said, you left the lights on, turn off the lights. How do you treat her when you think the thought in that situation, she doesn't accept me for who I am?
I don't like her because I think she's too judgmental.
And how does that show up? Get really still, witness. How does that show up? How do you treat her? What do you say? What do you do? And look, if you feel really hurt, do you exaggerate it when you're calling her on it? How do you react? Close your eyes and witness how you treat her and how you treat yourself when you think the thought, she doesn't accept me for who I am.
I get super tense and then my first thing is defend myself and then I accuse her, or I basically find all the faults that I can with her.
Yeah, so you attack.
Every
Yeah. Okay, so be there now, anchor there. Now hear her words. She's saying, turn off the lights. You left the lights on, turn them off. Who would you be without the thought, she doesn't accept me for who I am? And don't get dumb, just hear her words. When I say don't get dumb, I mean don't, just stay with the questions. How do you treat her when you think the thought, she doesn't accept me for who I am, and she's just asking you to turn off the light? Even with an attitude, she could do it. How do you treat her when you believe the thought, she doesn't accept me for who I am in that
Yeah,
situation?
I don't treat her well. I definitely try to, yeah, judge her back. I do all the things. I don't accept her.
Yeah, notice what happens to the relationship when she asks, turn off the light.
Yeah, we've been disconnecting like so much lately over how much I react. And I just want her to be kind to me. And I just want her to,
Because there you are. You just want to be kind. She doesn't accept me for who I am. Turned around. In that situation, she does accept me for who I am. Wow, that's a big package. In that situation, who would you be without the thought, she doesn't accept me for who I am, when she just has said, turn off the light?
be just present and peaceful and it
So
wouldn't.
imagine yourself there in that same situation. Are you near the light switch?
Yeah, I mean, close enough to take a few steps.
Okay, so close your eyes. She does accept me for who I am. She asks you to turn off the lights. Just open your mind in a kind of gratitude. She's sparing you electricity bill. She's working together for the relationship. She's supporting the environment.
Mm, it's true.
Who would you be without the thought, she doesn't accept me for who I am, when she says, turn out the lights? So now just turn out the lights. That's all.
Just be me and in a beautiful place in a
Yeah.
beautiful house with a
Yeah.
beautiful wife.
Yeah. And there you are as a grateful wife.
Yeah.
You're in a kind of position where you've left on the lights. You just didn't remember, or you had the thought and just didn't do it, whatever it is. And there she is, supporting both of you.
Mm.
She doesn't accept me for who I am. Another turnaround.
I don't accept me for who I am.
Oh, honey. Yeah, yeah, in that situation, you're not accepting you for who you are. You didn't turn out the lights.
Yeah.
So she's supporting you, both of you, and a lot more.
Yeah, it's true.
She doesn't accept you for who I am. In that situation, I don't accept her for who she is.
Also very true.
So give me an example of what you accept about her in that situation when she says, turn off the lights.
Would I give you an example of what I do accept about her?
Yes.
Yeah, that she's very thoughtful and aware and agree with everything you said, saving electricity bills and planet. And there's nothing wrong with that. Per se.
No, she's trying to support a lot there through you, and you want the same thing.
Yeah.
Gosh, this is such a good one. You know, I was married to a man who would say, like, turn off the lights with that attitude. And when the work found me, I understood why he had to take that attitude because I felt attacked, like you're describing in your life and that experience. And my thoughts were, I did it wrong, and there's something wrong with me, and he doesn't care about me, and he's always complaining. I mean, it would just go all these directions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then my
Totally.
attitude would take that on. I was hurt and felt abused, and he just doesn't understand me. I mean,
Yeah.
all from one person saying, turn off the lights. So everything that happened that was that you were experiencing, was that on her? Was she the cause? Or what you were thinking?
No, no, she,
And notice how old this pattern is, this low self-esteem. People would say something and feeling like you're not measuring up, there's something wrong with you. There's How old is that, sweetie?
it's as old as I am.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I know that. I just, in the moments, I don't know what happens to me.
Well, what happens to you, we just looked at. She doesn't care about me. She thinks I'm doing it wrong. She's always ordering me around. I can't satisfy her. She's always, it's not fair.
How do you know all these thoughts that go through my head?
You know, they're nothing more than chop wood, carry water. When you fill in a worksheet every day on her, oh my goodness, sweetie, you are going to meet the love of your life, and that is you. The privilege of you living with you and the partner you love and care about, that cares about you. She doesn't accept me for who I am. Turned around, she does.
She really does.
Yeah, she does accept you for who you are. She asks you to turn off the lights, and she knows there's going to be blowback, but she's partnering with you. She doesn't know it, but she's not surprised.
Exactly. I was gonna say, she probably does.
Mm. So she doesn't accept me for who I am. So close your eyes and hear her voice say, turn off the lights. Holding, she does accept me for who I am. She says, turn off the lights. I'll just do that. Now you're both working together. It's not something that you've done wrong.
She didn't even say turn off lights. She said, I can tell where my wife has been because all the lights are on.
Yeah, that's the partner she lives with.
Yeah.
So when she says, "Oh, my partner left on all the lights," she's just telling the truth.
Oh, not all of them.
Oh, there you go. Not all of them. Yeah, that's what's true. Not all of them. And just laugh together and turn off the lights.
Mm.
Notice just turning off the lights without the thought she doesn't accept me for who I am. Notice the power. Notice the power of goodwill, good listening, authenticity, caring, holding the same project together for a better life.
That's exactly what I want.
Sweetheart, there's a part of me, you remind me of someone that, like if it's like if someone walked up to you and just gave you the look, you could just internally just crumble.
Yeah. How do you know?
Oh, I've just been there. I can't imagine many people, if anyone, on this call today couldn't say the same. I don't know. But I certainly recognize that I'm a survivor of it. Hmm. Let's look at number 2. In that situation, what do you want from her? What do you want her to think, say, feel, or do?
I want her to be kind to me, to love and accept me for who I am.
Okay. Is that true in that situation where she says, turn off the light? You want her to be kind to you. Was she being mean?
No, I was gonna say she already is. Or she's already
Yeah. You want her to love and accept you for who you are. She asks you to turn off the lights. She may not be surprised at a little blowback or attitude or hurt feelings coming from you, a little payback for what what she dared to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want me to love.
Mm.
I want me to be kind to her in that situation.
Yeah.
And what would that look like? Like, oh my gosh, I left the lights on. Thank you.
Mhm.
Turn them off. Gratitude. You see how it switched from judging and crumbling and fear to gratitude.
Yeah.
I want me to be kind to me and turn off the lights. So now the two of you are on the same page. That's partnering. And it's not fake partnering, it's partnering. Trust. I want her to love and accept me for who I am in that situation, precious. Okay? So be there now. She's saying turn off the lights. I want, you're feeling attacked. I want me to love and accept her for who she is.
Mhm.
Yeah. She's there to help.
Pretty amazing, actually.
It is. It's partner. It's true partnership, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Partnering. Lovemaking, really.
Mm. Wow.
I want her to be kind to me. I want her, I want me to love and accept me for who I am. So notice the next time you feel wounded, hurt by something she says, I want me to love and accept me for who I am. Listen to her. If what she says makes sense, like in this situation, turn off the lights. You just, yeah, I want me to love and accept me for who I am. You want the lights off too.
Yeah.
And I want me to love and accept her for who she is. She's someone to remind you of what you want, what you both want, and to work at,
Mhm.
partnering, cohabitating together in a really beautiful way. God, the ego is so tricky, honey. It's just like, look at you. You're just moving like a cloud through the house. And look at you believing the thought, the ego is so tricky. It would throw something beautiful into hell just to keep you identified as she's hurting my feelings. I know. When turned around, I am hurting my feelings.
Mm.
And I'm hurting her feelings. Notice your attitude toward her in that situation.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
It is exactly
So
what you described.
yeah. So on the other side of our time together, you can thank her for staying on the light thing that even though sometimes you can be rebellious or difficult, that bottom line, you want them off too. And to please continue to ask you to support the household that way. And honey, anytime it gets rough, you know how to fill in a worksheet now.
I need to do, I have been doing it and then I just need to keep doing it. And
Yeah, yeah. So let's look at 3. To get what you want in that situation. And number 2, what advice would you offer her in that situation?
she shouldn't always be looking for what I do wrong. She should just love and accept me for who I am and how I do things.
So she, your partner, shouldn't always be looking for what you do wrong. She's always looking for what you do wrong. Is it true?
No.
Oh my gosh, so just be with that. Oh my gosh, you're meeting a whole new partner. It's like you know who she is, but your ego overrides what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's war.
Yeah, it
But
is.
who starts that war? Your ego, and then it comes right out of your mouth, from your head to mouth. And your shoulders, feel what it feels like when you're believing the thought that she always is looking for what you do wrong.
Mhm. I'm
Uh, yeah, yeah. And then trying to make up for it and
Uh-huh.
knowing how to do it. And then all of a sudden, she doesn't appreciate enough and you blow up
Oh
again,
my
get hurt again.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah. She she is always looking for what you do wrong. Is it true?
No, it's not true.
Oh, so just be with that honey. That is not who you've been living with. You know it, but your ego overrides it.
Mhm.
That's how beautiful relationships end. We're in such a trance, and we can't stop the trance, but we can be very, this work opens us up to it, shows it to us, and that's enlightenment. That's enlightenment. Enlightenment is so free. I just take just enough where I can breathe. I'll take that. Just that sometimes. Just be able to draw a free breath.
Mm.
She shouldn't, oh, I remember it so well. Oh my gosh, honey. She's always looking for what you do wrong. Notice how you react when she asks you to turn off the lights and you think the thought, she's always looking for what I do wrong. How do you react? What happens physically when you think the thought? Get in touch with your body in that situation where she says,
I get so anxious. I just feel like hyper vigilant, like every cell is on alert. I need to do it right. I need to be better. And then,
show guilt.
yeah, shame, blame, guilt, not good enough.
So she's always looking for what you do wrong. How would you, how do you treat her when you think that thought?
I try to find what she's doing. I attack, I judge, I criticize her back. I do all the things that I don't like, that I don't want them to do to me.
Ego driven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's not your fault. It's a trance, an earth school that we fall into. This trance of past future that doesn't allow us to get present and see our value, your value. She's always looking for what I do wrong. Notice she says, turn off the lights. Who are you without the thought? She's always looking for what I do wrong. Hear her voice. Be there now. She says, turn out the lights. Would you be without the thought? She's always looking for what I do wrong.
So peaceful, neutral, glad that she is keeping a good home and saving electricity and present around me.
And able to turn off the lights happily,
Yeah.
gratefully that she noticed before you did that the lights were on. She was aware of it and supported the two of you. So powerful. It's the absence of fear.
Mm.
That's that state you're sitting in as you imagine. You can live that. All of you, a worksheet a day keeps hell away. We either believe our thoughts or we question them. There's just no other choice but just some kind of miracle wakes us up. So turned around, she should, if she really cares about you, the household relationship together, she should always be looking for what I do wrong. What's another example of what she says you do wrong?
Mm.
Maybe nothing.
No, there's a lot, but I'm
Okay?
too nice to people sometimes. I don't, there's a lot.
You
We
don't.
got into this big we had a contractor working on our house, and I was always like, "Oh, no, we should trust them, it's okay," and then things ended up going bad, and the whole time she was like, this isn't" she
Mm.
kind of, didn't trust what they were doing, and it turns out that they were right, but now I feel like she doesn't trust me for a lot of things. She's like, "I don't know if I do."
Is it that she doesn't trust you or just looking out for the relationship, your lives together? What is prudent? It doesn't always have to match your ideas, but that's her way.
Yeah, it's that. That's true.
And if you're not thinking, I'm doing it wrong, she doesn't care about me, then you can hear her wisdom the way you're hearing, turn off the lights.
Mhm.
And it doesn't mean when it comes to hiring someone to do something in your house the way you describe, it doesn't mean that you don't have options as a partner. It's not that you don't hold equal wisdom to her. It's just that sometimes our egos get in the way and it begins to look like a competition rather than a relationship. In other words, who's right, who's wrong.
Yeah, it's exactly what happens.
With a partner like yours, oh my gosh, she can be the brains and do all of that, and you get to be free and just turn out the light here, there, give your opinion. She agrees or not, and mm,
That's really true. She's
yeah,
so smart. She's amazing.
yeah. And then when you really disagree, it's just be open to what is the wisest choice. It may not be yours, and it may be. It's a discussion, the two of you. Yeah, if she's into winning or losing and wants to win, that's partnershiping, but that's up to you. It's a lot of power. God. You'd think Stephen is some kind of ruler in the house. Oh God, I appreciate that so much. Oh my gosh, he just takes care of business, and I can just, they'll say, turn off the lights. And I turn them off, so that wouldn't be a good example. Because, like you, I've learned to turn off the lights the way you're learning today. Just turn off the lights. But oh, I just appreciate how right he is, how often that's true. It frees me up. I don't have to be the wise one in the family, the one that knows.
Mm.
Mm. Why do I have to be the one when he's so eager to tell me to turn off the lights?
I'm letting that sink in. I don't have to be the wise one or the one who's right.
And then where you're really strong in some areas, and those are to be respected. And she already respects them.
Mm.
It's not as though they're hidden. It's one of the things she loves you for.
It's so true. How did you know?
Yeah. She should always be looking for what I do wrong because we both want the same thing, which are the lights off in this situation. She should be loving and accepting you for how you do things. In that situation, try this. She does love and accept me for how I do things. She may have some clue, but you're not going to take that well when she says, turn off the lights.
Mm.
Not that she expects it completely, but is not surprised.
Yeah, she
But
does.
that means she doesn't love you. Is it true? She says, turn off the lights. That means she doesn't love you. Is it true? It means she doesn't accept you. Is it true?
No.
And notice how you treat her when you think the thought she should be loving and accepting for how you do things. And you've left the light on. And who would you be without that?
That would just be me living life beautifully.
Loving, accepting her wisdom, reminding you the lights
Mhm.
are on,
Yeah,
and the way you do things. You just turn off the lights.
peaceful.
And when you get hurt and feel punished and all of that, she's still accepting you for the way you do things. She's still living with you.
It's true.
Yeah. You bring passion, fire.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah. Honey, she should be loving and accepting you for how you do things. Turn around. I should.
Be loving me and her. Two turnarounds.
So look at your paper. I should be loving and accepting me and her.
Mhm.
How you do things.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're working together, she says, turn off the lights, and you join her in what the two of you want together.
It's true.
Yeah, rather than hearing her as turn off the lights, you did it wrong, there's something wrong with you. All of that running in your head was not her. That's
Mhm.
yours.
Yep, it is.
Who's hurting your feelings? You or her?
Me.
Yeah, that ego world running around in that beautiful mind of yours, trying to trying to usurp some power, the ego survival to I know I am, she's this, she's that, and I'm this and I'm that. Ego's world, identification at any price. Oh my gosh, right to the death. I know of a woman who whose son committed suicide, and she killed herself. She could not live. In her mind, she could not live without her son, and it was so hard that she killed herself. So this is all of you. This is not a little thing we're doing here today for those of you new to the work. It's this is not about, oh, let's go hang out with Byron Katie. It's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Boy, or let's hang out and see. Real deal. The cause of all suffering and how to end it. What are we doing? Let's look at number 4.
I need my wife to say kind, loving things to me, to affirm me and notice all the good things.
Okay. So is it true that she wasn't being kind when she
No,
said to you? Is it true that she was saying anything mean to you?
no,
Okay. Is it true that when she said turn off the lights, that she didn't care for you and notice all of the good things?
no, it's not true.
No.
Mhm.
So to be happy, I need me in that situation. I need me.
Say kind, loving things to myself, to affirm myself and notice all the good things.
So do that now. She says, turn off the lights.
I say, oh yeah, I can turn off the lights. We can save electricity. I can also say kind, loving things to her and affirm her and notice all her good things at the same time.
Yeah. Like, oh, you're so conscious of what we both want. Sometimes you're so far ahead of me. You're amazing. I appreciate you. I'm turning off the lights. Or it's just something you could turn off the lights and speak to later. But, sweetheart, this is the way to be happy. That's what number 4 is about. In that situation, when she's turned off the lights, I need me to say kind, loving things to me, to care for you, and to notice all your good things. You're not at war. You heard her. You're turning off the lights. That's community. You know, when the work found me, it's hmm, just like this. Just like this. I went from one personality to no personality other than what people believe me to be. And that's never I. And would take a pass for that. And looking back, it's night and day. Sitting here with you just reminds me of that so much. Night and day. Just turn off the lights. How simple. We can understand like world war. This is the mind of a warrior. And who is a warrior? Someone so confused they'll do anything to escape the pain, even lose a relationship.
Mhm.
It's a beautiful relationship. And it's just a misunderstanding. It's just a misunderstanding. And you're showing us that so clearly today. Just turn off the lights. But believing the thoughts on your worksheet, it's like the ego keeps score. And then
Mhm.
she tells you to turn off the lights or to make the bed or to the coffee's cold or whatever it is, one too many times, and you're gone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm. All she does is complain. She just won't leave me alone. She's
Mhm.
never satisfied. Why didn't she turn off? I mean, war.
It's exactly my brain. I'm like never satisfied. I can't do enough to please her. I can never make her happy.
There. Yeah. That's it. That's it. And 4 words. Turn off the lights. War breaks. And you want the same thing. Isn't it just so silly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but that ego, its job is to own this, to own what you see as you. And what I love about this work is we're not trying to kill the ego, we're making love.
Mm.
Yeah, which is to say, we're learning how to love life as opposed to go to war with it. Yeah. There you are. There we all are. It's just, oh, we're looking for love, but it does not take another human being to love us, to be loved. You know, like loving oneself, absent the ego, it's just a silent being okay with you. And someone says, turn off the lights, and you just do it, chop wood, carry water. But the ego's so loud.
Mhm.
And sweetheart, you have had this. This has been going on for a long time. And you said it yourself from the time you could remember. It's just this ego just, yeah, just, oh my gosh. And look what you've survived. Mm. Let's look at 5.
My wife is judgmental and unsafe. She's arrogant and thinks she's better than me. She's controlling and
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's just by the time we get to number 5, it's also laughable.
yeah.
Yeah. And life will give us our next worksheet. This is their school. It'll give us our next worksheet. So I'm so free, I think. But what do I know? What do I know? It's like I'm gonna enjoy the air I breathe now while I can and be happy in it because I don't know what's next, but I'm very open.
Mm.
Yeah. And she'll give you your next thing.
Yeah.
That's what relationships are for.
Mm.
So in that situation, I am, and read number 5.
Oof, judgmental and unsafe.
So hold on. I'm judgmental in that situation. Stay anchored.
Mm,
You're not always judgmental. In that situation, I'm judgmental.
true. And unsafe.
So wear that one. And
Yeah,
that's
that's so true.
I'm unsafe. She better, she just won't leave me alone. She's always complaining. She's always asking me, why doesn't she turn off the lights? I'm unsafe.
Mhm.
Notice how you react when you're believing those thoughts, how you approach her, what happens to the relationship.
War.
Or in that situation, I am arrogant,
Mhm. Mm,
believing you're right, and she's bossing you around, judging you, those thoughts. I am controlling. And
That's
and I think I'm better than her in that situation where she tells me to turn off the lights.
mhm.
She tells me, turn off the lights. How many times has she left the lights?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think I'm kinder and more gracious and I give more space, but I don't.
As you walk around with this in your head. And it shows up eventually, like a pin drops and all of that in you just goes,
Yep.
yeah,
Accurate.
but only because she deserves it. Well, What's
I
the
like if she starts it. I was like, but you started it.
Yeah, you started it. So, she's judgmental. What is the opposite of judgmental? Prudent? What is the opposite of judgmental? Non-judgmental.
Gracious. Okay, yeah, okay with everything, not judgmental.
Yeah, not judgmental. Let's just
Mhm.
do the clean opposite. She's judgmental. She's not judgmental.
Mhm.
So try that on. Was she judgmental at all, or did she just say, "Turn off the lights"? What did she say?
She doesn't think she's judgmental. So I guess she's probably not.
Okay, so drop the probably. Was she judgmental or not?
No.
No, yeah, boy, ooh, that's a good one. She's unsafe. Turned around, she is safe. So test it in that situation. She is safe.
Mhm.
She didn't say you have to turn off the lights.
Mhm.
She's not holding you hostage.
Yeah.
She's safe. And you don't have to turn off the lights. You're safe. She's safe. What is the opposite of arrogant? Cordial?
Humble, cordial, kind. I don't know.
Yeah. In other words, not combative.
Not arrogant. Yeah.
Yeah. In that situation where she's saying, turn off the lights.
Mm. Yeah. No, she's not.
You know where I learned this? It's an example. It wasn't around lights, but I'll use that image because I can't think of another one. But it would be like someone screaming at me, "Shut the damn door!" Like that. It's like what I'm hearing is, "Shut the door."
Um,
It's simple. Just shut the door. I want that too.
um,
But you want to know where abuse comes in, where abuse is taught? How dare you talk to me like that? How dare you? And you don't love me and you don't care and I'm leaving and you're always judging me and you shut the damn door and dun 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 and you know. And here is one for you. I just find to always be true. If there's a war in my family, I started it. So test that in the light thing.
yeah, I can see that because I'm the one who's fighting. I think you said something like defense is the first act of war, and I can see that.
Yeah.
I could just turn the lights off and nothing would happen, except that we'd save electricity and the lights would be
You
off.
can be grateful for reminding you. It gives you also something, a way of speaking to each other. Like, you asked me to turn off the lights and, continue to do that because sometimes I'm just oblivious.
It's true.
Yeah. Mm. I was thinking, how loud do people have to get before I can hear?
What do you mean?
Well, it would be like, turn off the lights.
Um,
And the mind goes, she's always bossing me around. She's telling me what to do. And why doesn't she turn, all of that. Yeah. First act of war was not hers, it was mine. It was not her, him, or them. It was, has to land here or it's never going to be solved. I can see us on our deathbed. The last words are, it's all her fault.
yep, that would be me.
I think I relate to it. I don't think we're the only two that relate to it.
And
Okay, sweetie. She's controlling. She was controlling you. Is it true?
no.
No. She thinks she's better than you are in that situation. Is it true?
Mm-mm.
No. That's co-partnering. Yeah. Let's look at 6.
I don't want my wife to ever hurt or judge me again.
I'm willing that my wife hurt and judge me again.
I'm willing that my wife hurt or judge me again.
I look forward to my wife.
I look forward to my wife hurting or judging me again.
Yeah, absolutely, because she is pointing you to your medicine. It's a worksheet. Anytime you're hurt or wounded, it's a worksheet. This is Earth School. And I'm in. And I certainly, you look into me. And all of you, are you in? Are you in? Oh, I've heard the expression, life is a dream. How you react when you believe the thought, that's the dream. And when we're caught up in the dream, we say and do things that we feel crazy over and
Mhm.
guilty over, and we lose relationship with the people we love, and we often leave them before they leave us because she's always telling me, bossing me around. My proof is right down to the light switch, just
Yeah. I definitely feel like I sabotage the relationship like that, where I'm like ready to just leave and
just
run
know
away.
just know that that's not you. That's your ego at work. You're in a trance. Admit it when you see it. Apologize. Do your work. Start over.
Mhm.
You know, anything unworked is shows us our next work because it'll show up in our relationships. Right away. Oh, sweetie, let's get some feedback. I loved sitting with you today. It's so us. It is so us. Karen.
Hi, thank you so much for this work, Shana. Uh, it's so beautiful with each worksheet to see the transformation of how we relate to our own selves. Because I think that this is the work is just about that, how we relate to ourselves. And it's so beautiful to witness her facial expression and see little changes. So I'm so grateful for that. And the work you did for all of us, all of us. It's a continuous journey to transform how we relate to us. Thank you so much.
As you're talking, I'm hearing it as the light switch episode. You know, no, escapade. The light switch escapade. Oh my gosh. Like you, I just enjoyed it so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, dears. Hear this one. It's like, turn off the lights. Like, Katie, turn off the lights. And I go, you're always telling me what to do. You think there's something the matter with me. You're always doing that. I don't know why I live with you. Oh, dears, who started the war? Was it him or me? And for me, that's all I need to know because that puts all, all, all the change I'm ever going to find, all the change I'm ever going to find, it leaves it to me. That's empowering. If I've got a problem in life, I look to myself. And don't expect it. But my dog changed her relationship to me. My children, my husband, my the world around me When you get free, it frees the rest of us up. Why? Because the world lives in you. Nowhere else it lives in you. And no two people have the same world. So if you want to change the world, just remember our Shana today and the contributions that some of you we've had the time to hear from, and the privilege. Love you, community. By the way, everyone, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really matters, and thank you for that. I love that you join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time. At homewithbk.com, let's do the work.